Hey, this is part two. I don't think I'm going to be able to record enough in one segment for each unit, so I'm going to tear through these. Next comic up, we have John Higgins' Razorjack, sat beside the guy at Derry 2D Comic Con. Really nice guy, really friendly, really down to earth. Next up, we have the Terminator Salvation movie adaptation. Not great. Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, fun comic. By Wildstorm. Really nice artwork and really well written. Hack Slash meets Army of Darkness. If you're a fan of Army of Darkness or if you like the Hack Slash comics, this one is a really good comic. It's got a good mixture of horror, humour, and heart. Demo, really good comic. Becky Cloonan and Brian Wood. If you get a chance, definitely check it out. Postal, crime noir. It's very interesting. If you like the likes of Banshee, this one is worth a look. Lost World Jurassic Park comic book adaptation. Really fun and cheesy, but I love fun and cheesy. Ex Machina. This is interesting. This is about a superhero who can control machines and what would happen if someone like that existed. I have the first 3 volumes. It's an okay comic. Michael K. Vaughan, the guy behind Why the Last Man. If you like your kind of gritty sci-fi, that's definitely one to check out. 30 Days a Night, Return to Barrow. I think I already done this. I can't remember if I've done it in the last video. Next up we have done Spooks already. Serenity, Those Left Behind. Really nice comic. It's set before the events of the Serenity movie and after the events of Firefly. Judge Dredd, Predator versus Judge Dredd versus Aliens. I had a review of that for my Halloween video, so if you like Alien or Predator or Judge Dredd, definitely want to look at. The Man Who Laughs, really nice graphic novel based on the Victor Hugo story, and the artwork is really nice. Frank Miller's RoboCop, really good. I done a review of that before. 28 Days Later, Aftermath, not a great comic. We have, however, 28 Days Later by Boom Studios, and the artwork is done by fellow Irishman and fellow Clareman, Declan Shelby. If you get a chance, definitely check it out. The artwork is really nice in that. John Woo, Seven Brothers, not great. Gareth Ennis does good writing, but the plot itself is all over the gaff. This one, Odyssey C, as it's pronounced. Definitely a really trippy Image comic. If you like the likes of Sandman or any kind of other real out there Vertigo stories, this is one to check out. Septic Kyle, this is actually one of Declan Shelby's first covers he done. It's very like Spooks, the TV show, but the artwork is great. Hills of Eyes, the beginning, tie-in comic to the remake movies. It's okay if you like horror. It's definitely one to check out. The Terminator Rewired. I got this before I got the omnibus, and it's a really good kind of take on Terminator lore. There are some of the stories that are in the omnibus, so if you have the omnibus, maybe skip getting this one because it's in there. Thundercats, nice tie-in comic with some really cool art, and yeah, if you're a fan of the old cartoon show, definitely give this one a look. Kick-Ass, unfortunately I had to get the one with the shitty movie cover, but Mark Miller knocks it out of the park with this one, and you have John Romita Jr.'s unmistakable artwork. Next up, you have Pat Mills and Kevin O'Neill's Martial Law. This is a fucked up comic. This makes Judge Dredd look like something for preschoolers. If you get a chance, definitely check it out. Really messed up, but really fun as well. Okay, so I'm going to cut through these because you guys know all my Alien and Predator books. I'm actually going to start off with Conan. This is my Dark Horse collection I'm starting into now. The Death. Brian Wood and Declan Shelby. Again, Shelby, awesome artist, and if you get a chance, do check out his stuff. I think he has a new comic out called Savage Town. I had a look at it. I don't know what to make of it yet, but I hope he does well with it. But yeah, Conan the Death, really nice artwork, and yeah, if you're a Conan the Barbarian fan, this is definitely one to check out. Aliens Fast Track to Heaven, interesting comic. Really nice artwork. Liam Sharp, can't go wrong. Inhuman Condition, Alien comic. Not on the artwork, but the story is interesting. It's the artwork's a bit kind of too cartoony for my liking for an Alien comic, but if you're an Alien fan, I do recommend picking it up still. Alien Salvation, Mike Magola and Dave Gibbons. You cannot go wrong. Awesome comic. Now I'm gonna tear through the rest of these. Okay, we have Aliens Outbreak. This is basically the version of the 30th anniversary edition I showed you already, and it's just a colored edition. Next up we have Aliens Genocide. Good comic. You have an alien playing a saxophone at the end of it. Harvest, heist movie set in the alien homeworld. Alien Rogue, you have a male kin alien. Labyrinth, probably one of the best alien comics out there. Jim Woodring and Killian Plunkett, another cool Irish artist. Next up, Alien Sacrifice. One shot, really well done, and the artwork in it is really nice. Aliens Apocalypse, Destroying Angels. You have a kind of Prometheus story done well. Next up we have Alien Tribes. This is interesting because it's a graphic novella. It's got like pictures, but it's also more of a storybook. Next up, Aliens: A Newt's Tale. It's an adaptation of Aliens, done from Newt's perspective. Cover art is amazing. Interior art, ropey to say the least. Next up, Predator: Big Game. One of the better earlier Predator stories, and if you're a fan of Predator, this one I think I told you is like if Billy was the main character instead of Dutch. Next up we have Predator Race War, one of my first Predator comics which I purchased. I done a kind of rundown of most of these in my Predator 30th anniversary 100th video, so yeah, check that out. Next up, Predator Hell and Hot Water. Predators, the comic adaptation. Artwork is so-and-so. Alien vs Predator, classic. Artwork is phenomenal. Writing is phenomenal. Cannot go wrong. If you're an Alien or Predator fan, this is an essential book. The follow-up, Alien vs Predator War. Art isn't as good, but it introduces us to the Predator. Alien vs Predator Eternal, set in modern day Earth in Tokyo. Alien vs Predator Deadliest of Species. Chris Claremont tries to make an X-Men team out of different species and characters and creatures from the Aliens universe. Aliens More Than Human, kind of the Dark Horse rebooting the Alien franchise, their first rebooting attempt. Really nice artwork and really good story. Next up, Predator Prey to the Heavens, second part of that kind of reboot that Dark Horse done. Again, nice artwork, nice story. And the end to the first reboot they done, 3 World War returns Michiko Nagachi from the original Alien vs Predator story and puts her into a kind of story that rounds out her kind of experiences. Next up, Batman vs Predator Part 1, Batman vs Predator Part 2, Batman vs Predator Part 3, Superman vs Predator, Tarzan vs Predator, Aliens Defiance 1 and 2, awesome books. Basically Brian Wood, Tristan Jones, kick ass in this book, and you have Stephen Thompson, Tony Bereshki, Edward Francisco and Dan Jackson. Awesome comics. They're a must. Fire and Stone collection, I'm not too gone on. Oh, also Life and Death. I picked that up because I didn't have the single edition. Yeah, that's the Life and Death series. Artwork, I think the best artwork in the series is the Predator one. That one there. Superman, Batman vs Alien Predator, Superman vs Aliens, Witchblade and Darkness vs Alien and Predator, Terminator vs Alien vs Predator, Terminator Endgame, Terminator The Burning Earth. Alex Ross's first one, he was paid really badly, and I think there's like a binary cover that has "fuck you" to the comic book company. Terminator 2984. Zach Whedon, Joss Whedon's brother, wrote this one. Interesting story. Ricardo Diageo's follow-up to Age of the Reptiles. I went over this one before. Star Wars Tales of the Jedi follows Sith Empire, cool comic, and if you're a Star Wars fan, well worth a look. Star Wars Crimson Empire Part 2. Nice artwork. Okay. Shadows of the Empire. Blood and Honor, X-Wing Squadron. Star Wars Force Unleashed. Solomon Kane. Solomon Kane is kind of lesser known of Robert E. Howard's kind of heroes. He's not as well known as Conan, but if you like kind of dark, kind of Lovecraftian stories, definitely give Solomon Kane a read. Only Conan's. Conan rocks. You can't go wrong with Conan. The original classic Conan and Krull. Can't go wrong with Krull either. The newer Buffy series written by Zach and Joss Whedon, and it kind of acts as the kind of season that we never got. The Helm. Really funny, really interesting story. Well worth a look. Kev. This is Wildstorm's kind of dickhead character. He's like Constantine, except he's an alcoholic and can't stand superheroes. Alan Moore's Complete Wildcats. Out there, really 90s looking art, but interesting if you get a chance and you like kind of zany kind of 90s comics with women with massive busts. Check out that one.